Hello and welcome. I'm JC Proton. We're playing Endless Space 2. This is episode number 13 in my second Let's Play series. We are playing a custom race of Horatio. They are gene splicing extreme foremen, planet menders, with a Sower's minor population that has been spliced, so the depletion mechanic has been mitigated. Our home system here in Carina. Surrounding us are Sofuns, United Empire, Vaulters, the Unfallen, Riftborn, Cravers, and it looks like Lumeris. Have not identified home constellations of... They'll be back here somewhere. For the Vodiani. Yeah, that's the only one that's left on the list. So our scores were at 542. Vodiani are in last place at 186. And the lead is Cravers, no surprise, 678. We're at war with United Empire. They declared war on us, showed aggression towards our outpost at Matarka, and had sieged it. They had a blockade in place, and a couple episodes ago, back in episode 11, we successfully came in with a fleet of 6 ships, and you can see they're still damaged. It was these 6. This one's new, and you see it's part of the reinforcements I have arriving. We were able to destroy his fleet, even though we were outgunned. We were outmatched, but we beat them with tactics. Anyway, so we've saved Motarka. It's being fed from our home system, AA, and we just put an outpost on Kraz. We're going with our resources are going to be Eden Incense and Gossamer for our next system upgrade. Eventually, we'll be using these two. So it's going to be all about the influence, actually. They both give an influence bonus. Our influence is not awesome right now, but that's about to change. We're at 48 out of 50 population, and when we get that, our influence will go up by at least 100 per turn. Excuse me, sorry, I have a little bit of a sniffly nose, runny nose, and scratchy throat this morning. We'll go ahead and boost this population growth rate for the remnant. We just spliced the Horatio recently, and that gave us a nice boost to our approval on our main population. And it's made a real difference. Even just +1 approval per pop is enough to tip the scales a bit. So that's definitely helped. We still have cram exam active. So that's what we're running for laws right now. We had an election debacle way back on episode 4. We still haven't recovered. We haven't researched the technology needed to change governments. This technology here. There it is. So, yeah, we're at this point, it's 12 turns. So 60, 70, 80, yeah, 12 turns till the next election. And normally when you change government, you have 10 turns worth of anarchy. So I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to change my government right now. We'll see how it goes in the next election. I should have enough influence piling up that I should be able to influence the election and make sure that I have ecologists back in charge. I'll let the chips fall where they may as far as who the secondary party is. I really need those ecologists back in charge because I have a lot of systems that I'm not able to finish colonizing right now. I have planets that are inhospitable that I was planning on colonizing and terraforming and haven't been able to do that. So I really want to get those ecologists back in charge. So Valters and United Empire have both shown hostility towards me. So I'm inclined to be doing expansion into their space since apparently we're going to have conflict anyway. Sofunds have been cool with me so far. I've had scouts running around through their system exploring curiosities. At no point have they attacked me. So, since they're being cool, I'm going to stay cool with them, and we may eventually have peace, even though I really would love to have this system and that system, right? But if they're willing to be peaceful, I think I'm not going to mess that up. I mean, they're starting to crowd over here, but we'll see how that plays out. So I'm gonna put an outpost. I'm gonna put one over here, and I'm gonna put one over here, next to these guys and next to these guys, because it looks like that's just how it's gonna be. We'll go ahead and get this one going. Advanced Maggie laser. Pretty good if you're willing to spend antimatter. Okay, and he's run out of things to explore, it seems. I could see where it would be nice to have this system to get that Eden incense, since I'm using it everywhere else. And because we're both wanting to use Eden incense, I could see where there's going to be conflict, right? And then if I have this system, I'm going to want that system because I want more titanium. My titanium is in short supply. Look at the stacks here compared to. I have 1/10 of the titanium as I do Hyperium. So yeah, I would like to have more titanium, and then that's a nice 50 bonus influence in industry eventually onto this system when influence gets big enough. And then this would be nice to have, right? More adamantium. This is a nice strategic choke point here. Assuming, I'm guessing here, that there's going to be wormholes here, and maybe here, but I think there's going to be wormholes here connecting these two constellations. Having a fleet here and controlling the system, and then a backup fleet here for anything that like retreats and gets through that blockade. Seems like a really nice strategic choke point. So that would basically have me controlling these two constellations with a nice stopping point right there, and then expanding down here into United Empire. If things go south with the Sofunds, then sure, we would just expand down here and eventually take them out, you know? And then this would be all the resources I would need to finish my system upgrades. You've got Red saying over here. So there's lots of options. Could see where I would eventually, maybe in the more not too distant future, be expanding in here into this Cancer constellation and just push the Valters out of that whole constellation. And then we'll see, maybe I'll end up controlling this, maybe we'll end up in conflict or not. I don't know. I could end up controlling all 6 of these. At that point, I'm controlling almost half the galaxy. Probably have the win by then. Still don't know what victory I'm going to have. Assuming I win. I've disabled Conquest because that's how I won last time. I'm a long way from anything. So, first things first, I need to get my my outpost upgrades, my colony upgrades, all lined up where I have the resources taken care of. Cool. Honeycomb scope gives extra vision radius on your on your systems where you build it. Not bad. It's a cheap building too. It's cheap to build and not much to maintain. Frigate and the fast outpost. Sim camp completed at AC 40. Okay, great. So Sim camp is giving plus 20 right now because he has 200 defenders, and each of them will now produce 0.1 industry per defender you have. So then I'm building impervious bunkers, which adds another 150 defenders, so that'd be another plus 15 industry. This adds another 250, so that's another 25. This adds another 250, so that's another 25. So all of that will be basically, dual purpose, right? I'm adding defenders to my systems, but I'm also going to be adding industry. I'm just going to go ahead and run through real quick and go ahead and add these honeycomb scopes. Okay. And AD colonized an ash. We will want to terraform these. See if there's anything else I can colonize. Terraform. I don't think so, but I'll check. Nope, that's it. Okay, done with those. Okay, let's move all our fleets. this guy is, yeah, he doesn't have anything left to look at here. Not seeing anything down here. Okay, so I think this guy, okay, I'm going to wrap up here, then go here, then go here, and then he's probably going to stay on the southern side. And I'll have this one stay on the northern side. I could use a ship going down this constellation where the Lumeris are. Right now I've got this guy over here by the Cravers. So, aha, there's one. Alright, so that looks like the next location where he's going. Probably be there. Let's go to this point, and by then we'll see if maybe we're ready to do something like peace. Ooh, look, there's another one over there too. Okay. Oh, I already have lost Horatio going there. Okay, that's all right. I have this one coming out of here, so he's going to explore down here. So this guy, yeah, we're looking for new constellations to go to. So I guess he's going to explore these curiosities and head up here. Probably going here. Yeah, see. I mean, he's got an armed ship there. He could attack me. It's a pretty weak ship, but I mean, he could attack me, and he hasn't. All this time I've been hanging out in his system, exploring, going through his homeworld, systems. No aggression from him yet, so I'm going to let that ride at this point. Just checking these systems. Yeah, looks like that's the next place to go. Really good scouts. They're so fast. They hold enough probes that and they regenerate quickly. Really good scout ship. They just have to run from any attack. So, yeah, whenever they encounter conflict, they run, and you know, you're going to lose some. Okay, well. Okay, let's send you down to reinforce. That's that bug. The no fleet move bug, because it defaults to being selected on your hangar. I don't know. Maybe it's a bug, maybe it's a feature. Maybe it's supposed to be that way. Okay, so we're going for 12 ships here. That'll give us 2 flotillas of the 1 decoy and 5 frigates arrangement. I'll be able to have 2 flotillas of that arrangement. Should be really strong. I mean, I beat him with 1 flotilla, so having 2 here would be really solid. Gives me some options in case I need to deploy 1 flotilla somewhere, and I can still have another in reserve here at Matarka to defend. So there's 2 more frigates coming, so that would get us to 10. This one will be 11, so 1 more frigate will be enough. Cool. So next turn I have another outpost coming out at AB, and I'm going to send him over to Corona. And then I'm going to continue reinforcing here this fleet until I have another 6-pack flotilla. And then I'll have the option. I'll be pretty well defended here against the Vultures, and if I need to send a fleet over to Corona to defend that outpost, I'll be able to do that. So that's my current plan. Is just build out the existing systems I have that have resources. Yeah, probably expand here, here, here in the next however long that takes. So let's go ahead and click over next turn. I suspect we will be at 50 Horatio now. Yep, look at the influence gain increase. Look at the difference from last turn. Okay, we got some action going over here. What's this? Okay, all that coolness talk. Really? I mean, I already had a remnant population, so I'm not upset about that, really. It's okay. But this is an opportunity for us to have a discussion with the Sophans about, hey, how about you stop attacking us?
Yeah? Why are you knocking around?
Oh,
You're making the Sophonaty nervous. What are you up to?
okay. So, you don't want to be friends? Okay. Interesting. So how do you feel about the idea of peace now?
Checking up on us again, eh? Well, ah,
Okay, so we could maybe still have peace with them, but they seem to be willing to have war with us.
Sign the deal.
2,900, no thanks.
we, the Triumvirate, are split on this.
Okay,
But it's still a 2-1 majority. Listen up.
bureaucratic Imberligo. Okay, so he is definitely leaning towards aggression now. I could make peace with him. It wouldn't be too expensive. It would give me the opportunity to go ahead and put outposts out here. I would need fleets to defend those. And then it would be kind of overextending myself to do that. So, but we're getting the feeling that he's definitely leaning towards aggression with us. I'm gonna switch on a fan. All right, let's see what these other.
Our purpose is to kill. You, though, will suffer as well.
So Cravers are at war with Riftborn and Lumeris now. Makes sense. They're at war with anybody who's on their borders, right? So yeah, Cravers and Riftborn are at war. Cravers and Lumeris are at war. All right. I could see where they could form an alliance over here. I'm a little bit leery about paying for peace this early in the game because there aren't any alliances yet. And when there are no alliances, alliances start happening, and then all of a sudden, somebody you paid to have peace with is now allied with somebody who has been hostile to you and is at war with you. And so now suddenly you went from peace to war on surprise, basically. You get surprised by it, and you're not really prepared for it, maybe. So I don't know. Do I want to have peace with these guys knowing that they're leaning towards aggression and they're ultimately going to probably end up coming after me anyway? Or do I just go it alone? And I know that I would like to take their constellation. Probably just go it alone, I guess, and just prepare for a conflict. Yep, Super Horatios are at 50. So there it is. So now, look at the influence production. Before it was all single digit. These were like 2s. I think this was like 7 or 9. So you can see a massive amount. There you go. So 59.9 from collection bonus. So that's up by 60. This is an extra 21.6 out of 23. 49.8. So you can see it's massive. It's almost all of this influence is coming from the collection bonus, which is from the food. 5% of what my food production is adds to my influence. So all of a sudden, I have a lot more influence. And then when I do complete the research, these 3 requirements, any 3 in this tier, I'll be able to upgrade my systems. And when I do that, then I'll be using this resource and that resource, and so then I'm going to have a lot of influence. I'm going to probably have more influence than I know what to do with. So, a couple more Harishams now. We're at 6 of 8. We're probably going to be splicing them before too long. So, okay, they made another frigate. Okay, so that'll be frigate number 5 or number 11, depending how you're counting. So that gets us to 2 full flotillas down here. Flotillas. And this one, this outpost, will head over here to Corana. Okay, we're done with that. We're capped out here. Okay, let's finish moving the fleets around. And then I'll probably just handle everything else off camera. Sometimes watching moving populations around and fiddling with build queues and stuff can be not super interesting, so probably do that off camera. Let's see, we have 5 probes. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5. What do you say we live a little and just check them all and then live dangerously? Signal, that's risky. Holding my breath. Hey, we lucked out. Okay, cool. We didn't get attacked by pirates. Super spuds, nothing. Keep finding Hyperium. Would rather be finding titanium. Okay, well, that's actually a pretty decent system. Vision from this probe says this system is not currently guarded, so it might be a good time to head over there. This one's guarded. I think I'll wait to move him. Alright, so you're done moving. Yeah, like what to do with this fleet. Might end up using him. Let's say, what about a scenario where I get some sort of quest from one of these to say, stop the kidnappers? He would be useful in that situation, I suppose. So let's move him down towards this area. Probably end up moving him like to Acellus. Yeah, and he was going to go down here and just take a look, see. Full set of probes. Yep. Okay, so I guess we'll stop the recording here. I'll do a little bit off camera. And you know, then we'll continue. We'll pick up on the next video at turn 70. So like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.